BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, October 6th, 2025. And this is episode number 989 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello. Hi, how are you? Things sound weird in my head. If you'll notice, your boy is using broken headphones. Yep, because I'm fancy. I had to send back my other ones. One more shot at getting them fixed. Don't think it's going to happen. But in the meantime, I had to wear these broke-ass pieces of crap. And they'll get the job done, okay? They'll just get the job done. Busy day for you. Hope your weekend was good. We had one show last week. We are I am excited to tell you, in for a full show. Or full week of shows, I should say. No out-of-town shows so far. None that's popped up. So you get me Monday through Thursday this week, Monday through Thursday next week. I mean, the rest of October, unless I book something, is it's looking good. It's looking good. So, that said, today, Jenny's mom going to join us. Yeah. Been a while since Jenny's mom has joined us on this fine program. So she will be here today. We have a birthday to celebrate as well. I need to get that slide put in the doohickey thing. That's not the technical term for it at all. But we have a birthday to celebrate today. And, yeah, we're just going to talk some sports and hang out and shoot the shit. And, where's Frank? Isn't he in charge of the headphones? You know, you would think Frank would be in charge of headphones. Frank is a lot of things on this show. But he is not. So, that's on your boy. That's on me. I got to do a better job of, having headphones. Okay. Oh, shit. But we got tons to get to. I was on the road in San Antonio this past weekend. No good stories. No fun, crazy, wild things happened, unfortunately. That's another road trip that nothing crazy happened. So, you know, it's okay. We deal with it as best we can. Sometimes the stories happen, sometimes they don't. But at least you know that I'm not making shit up. That's the good thing. At least you know I don't come on here and just make up stories. If I got one, I tell you. I got something hanging off my thumbnail. There we go. If I don't, I don't. Rudy said make one up. We don't know. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't want people to start like, oh, Barry makes up these crazy ass stories. No, not really. This shit actually happens to me. These things in my life really happen to me. So you guys get to hear about them, and then yeah, you get to laugh at my expense. So Jenny's mom, like I said, joining me at 3:15. Now, one thing I haven't been able to do lately, because the last couple of weeks were pretty hectic. I mean, I got back from Arizona on Wednesday. We did a show Thursday, had a gig Thursday night, and then left for San Antonio on Friday, and then got back yesterday from San Antonio. So I was gone damn near like 2 weeks. So I say all that to say I haven't really been keeping up with MLB, the playoffs thus far. I plan to get into it more, but just have not had the chance to do so yet. So I don't have a ton of opinion or information for you in regards to MLB. We can talk Astros for a bit, which I do want to do, but I haven't watched the playoffs yet. So I got nothing for you yet, but I will. I'll catch up. Now, also don't forget, tonight Rockets kick off preseason playing the Hawks, I believe. I think they play the Hawks. Let's see. Where is it? Yet NBA schedule. Yes, Rockets at home versus the Hawks at 7 p.m. So if you're really into preseason basketball, boy, do I have the thing for you. Regular season, the real season doesn't kick off until, I believe, January. Just kidding. October 16th is the regular season kickoff, I think. Let me check the Rockets schedule. No, the day after. So whatever. Yeah, the 16th is the last preseason game. Excuse me. And then regular season begins the 21st of October. So there you go. We got headlines for you. We'll talk some NFL and college football. Yeah, we're going to have a good old time. Let's have some fun and kick it. My Cubs are going to get beat today, Brian Pettit said. Told him, I said, no road stories. Well, next time, pop some X-Lax and see if you can make it. No, I'm good with that. I haven't shit my pants in weeks. What up, Chuck? Chuck wants me to make stuff up too. I haven't shit my pants in weeks, so I would prefer not to do that again, is what I'm telling you. Yeah, so. All right, let's get into the show. Let me say what's up to everybody. Let's see who's here. Chuck Dunaway checked in on the YouTubes early. Good to see you, Chuck. Nasty Nate is on Twitch. So is Alex Villanueva and Brian Pettit, all there. Good to see those fellas hanging out. Let's see who else. Total Dallas is in the building over on YouTube. PB Dubs. Dubs, I'm sorry about the crying Bevo. Well, you're not on YouTube, so you didn't see it, but the thumbnail today was a crying Bevo. We're going to talk about it. Who else is here? I think I got everybody. Yeah, slow start. Not everybody in yet. That's okay. We have 8 people watching on Twitch, 4 on YouTube. It'll grow. I think they expect it to start later. I almost got to start at 2:15 today, and then I petered out. Alex said, what's playoffs? Yeah, that's how Astros fans are acting now. I get it. It's tough, like when you have so many years of playoff baseball in your life, and then it's gone. It's tough to get into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough to make yourself excited about it, if we're being honest. Brian said, I being some talk sports on YouTube. I'm not sure what that means. What's up, Tony the Handsome? Good to see you, brother. Are you saying you've been talking sports on YouTube, Brian? No? Have you? So let's do this. Let's start some headlines, and then Genia's mom's going to get here. Has Astros Twitter X since 2017 given their Astros gear back? Yeah, no shit, right? That's the question. And I agree, Chuck. Astros fans got really spoiled. And, I mean, people can say what they want. That was a dynasty. I don't give a shit if they don't think so. I don't care. They're wrong. It's absolutely, that Astros run was absolutely a dynasty, period. And there was no more dominant team in baseball. You can say the Dodgers, okay. they were as good, but I don't think they had the success that the Astros had. They didn't make it to what, 8 NLCSs in a row or whatever it was. I don't believe they did. That was just dominant. You know what I mean? We call the Braves, the Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz Braves, a dynasty. Why wouldn't you call the Astros that? They had actually won more World Series than that Braves team did. So it's definitely a dynasty in my opinion. But all good things come to an end. And so now the franchise has the task of doing it again. And I think, look, I was talking to but a buddy of mine posted something on Facebook where he said, you know what? The Astros are in good shape, actually.
Heck
and
yeah!
I don't disagree with him on that. Jared! Holy shit, man. Thank you for resubscribing for 42 months for 44 months. I don't know how that works. I don't know why it's like that, but Jared, I appreciate you, buddy. Much love, homie. A buddy of mine on Facebook said Astros are in good shape. They're freeing up money for next season. Abreu comes off the books. I'm trying to see who else. Let's see. Yeah, Connor McDavid signed a big deal. Let me see. MLB.
Heck yeah!
I don't want the tax. They're 8. There we go. I just want payroll. Astros 2026. Yeah, the Astros have 156 million total tax on the books, 134 active. So they've got 87.5 million in tax space going into next season. And you know, you've got your lineup, if they're healthy, is still pretty darn good. By the way,
Heck yeah!
Donna, thank you for resubscribing for 19 months for 41 months. Love you, my sweet, sweet Donna. Mimi. Memesters, thank you for resubscribing for 33 months for 43 months. Again, I don't know how this fucking works, but it's weird. But I love you guys. Thank you. Got a hype train going? Oh, shit. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to stop that. Got a hype train going. I got to wear the stupid hat. Rest in peace to D-Model for the hat. 93% level 1 of hype train. That's awesome. The Astros, so the big question, I think, for the Astros going into next season, they've got money to spend. Is what is that lineup going to look like? And I said that it probably, let me see here. Let me just add a text. Let me see, where did it go? Yeah. I think it looks something like, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I have it. Pretty graphic already made, I thought. No, maybe not. Some bitch. Yeah, I thought I had the overlays. Apparently not. Oh, apparently not. Let's see. Nope. Okay. I don't know what the hell I did with them. I can take this hat off now. I look ridiculous. Thank you guys for the hype train, man. Mimi, thank you for the 20 bits. You're the best, Mimi. All right. This is what I think. Let me put this up here. 2. I'll move it over. We'll put that right there. Yeah. So this is who I think will be, I think your lineup will be something like this next season, right? So I think you have Jeremy Pena. Let's see. Hold on. As I posted this, I wanted to fix it. Where the shit? Oh, well. It was just going to be easier, I thought, to recreate, to just retype it. Let's see. Let me see if I can find his post. Shit. Maybe not. Well, okay. Oh. Nope. Didn't find it. Oh well. Yeah, he's oh. Nope. Okay, I can't find it. But I had given him my thoughts on the Astros lineup. Oh, fuck. No. Okay, forget it. Never mind. All right, here's what I think it's going to be. Let me move this over again. It's getting out of hand here. Yeah, okay. Try this again. That's interesting. I wonder why it's not centered. You jackass. Let's see. So Pena, Altuve, then Alvarez. And really, I think what I want to do is we'll put their positions here. We don't need all that. Here's what I think. I think Jordan and Altuve split the DH and left field duties, which is a bit different than, it was supposed to be that this year, but with Jordan hurt the whole time, it really didn't go down that way. I think you've got, let's see, I'm trying to see, Correa, Walker, Paredes, who am I missing? Cam Smith, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, oh God, Myers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then your last one, probably like a Cole Doobie split. Hey, what up, Cisco? Thank you for the 69. I like it. But I think so. Correa's playing third, and this is where my buddy and I differed. Is he said that Paredes was going to move to first base, and I disagree with that. I think Paredes ends up going to second base, and I think Cam Smith and Zach Cole platoon out in right field. And you also have Sanchez out there. So I think that really all three of them could end up getting some playing time. Capiche? Your center fielder is going to be Myers. They got yeoman's like work out of him despite some of the injuries. And then I think at a DH role, you're probably, unless they add somebody, and they very well could add somebody, but I'd like to see them. I'd like to see what they do, but this is going to be, this is Jordan, Altuve. Yeah. And this could be Cole, and your left field could also be Cole. So there we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. I'm going to do, yeah. And then we'll put Cole there. Okay. But I think this is how it ends up shaking out. And I think the way you'll see this. Uh-oh. Why can't I hit enter there? There we go. I think this is probably more likely as far as the lineup goes. Got it? There you go. I think that's what it ends up being. Altuve, Alvarez, Paredes, Correa, Walker, Myers, sometimes Cole in center field. Either Smith or Cole or Sanchez in right, and then your DH could be any number of people. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Who am I missing? Yeah, whole damn new medical staff. Yep, need that. Let's see. What up, Cisco? Hi from Fredericksburg, buddy. Is Paredes mobile enough for second base? Yeah, I think he is. I think he's fine. That's the problem, though, is he won't be healthy. But I think, too, you'll have a platoon where sometimes even Paredes will DH. So, I mean, technically, I could put that there too, and I could put that next to Altuve. I think that's probably, you'll see some form of all three of those guys, but they'll all be in the lineup, right? So if Altuve's in left, Paredes is at second, Yordan is DHing. If Yordan is in left, Altuve might be a second, Paredes, or Paredes could be at second and Altuve could DH. So I think you're that, but I don't think you're paying Christian Walker enough money or all that money to sit. And that's what my buddy had him is coming off the bench. And I was like, nah, there's no way you're sitting Christian Walker with all the money you're paying him. Jared Taylor said, I don't know how to clip it from mobile, but it would be fun to see how close you are next season. Yeah. I don't know, and I don't think that's going to be, the DH role is the tricky one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing somebody, chat. Who am I missing? And then we're going to get to Jenny's mom. But I feel like, let's see, teams. Walker won't sit, but maybe a trade. Who would want that money though? Right? Like who's going to want to take on that salary? That's the thing. I don't think anybody's taking on that salary. Let's see. Who am I missing? Oh, Yiner. Duh. Dumbass. Jesus. How do you not have a catcher on here? Yeah. Yiner Diaz. Dumbass. So Yiner probably hits right there. How do you guys not let me have a catcher on here? Jeez, you guys are stupid. All right. Now that looks, what the hell? Why is it cut off like that? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I wonder why it's doing that. Let me see here. Let me try. Ah, there we go. That's why. Okay. This makes a lot more sense. Yes. Yes. And then we can zoom in there a little bit. There you go. So that's what I think. I'll move it over here even. That makes a lot more sense. No, Chaz will be gone. Chaz is done. You're done. Wind it up. Yep, Chaz is done. I don't think he'll be an Astro next year. I just don't. Yeah, I have Pena at shortstop. He's on the front. It was just zoomed out. But there you go. That's kind of what I think the lineup will look like next season. And you know what? If they're healthy, that's a pretty damn good lineup. Quite honestly, if they're healthy, you could do a lot worse. You might not see Altuve at second anymore, but I mean, batting second, it just depends on how much he falls off, because I think you're going to see his production really start to slow down. But that's a pretty damn good lineup, especially if you get anything from Smith or Cole and Myers. If you get anything from that outfield, you're going to be in good shape. But the problem with Smith, Cole, and Sanchez is that they don't hit same side arm pitchers. And what I mean by that is if Cam Smith's a righty, he doesn't hit righties well, right? Sanchez doesn't hit lefties well. So that's the thing. No, I don't think they would do that either. I don't think that going into his final year of arbitration that Jeremy Pena wants to switch positions. This will be his last year of arbitration. Then he's a free agent. I don't think he wants to do that. I mean, he wants to get shortstop money. Shortstops make more money than second baseman. So there's just no way he's going to agree to becoming a second baseman in a contract year, because now you're talking about, well, you're only second base, you're going to make less money. Nope, not doing that. Shortstop is the most important defensive position on the field. He's going into a contract year to be able to negotiate as a shortstop, guaranteed. And there's really no reason to do that. Paredes has played second base before, and you want to talk about mobility. Carlos is another year older. He's great at the hot corner. Now, you might see Carlos learn how to play second base. I don't know. And maybe Paredes stays at third.
Heck yeah.
I doubt it, because Paredes has played second base in the past. So I think that's what it is. Dre! What's up, man? Thank you for resubscribing for 33 months, for 39 months. So weird. Trey said the doctor is in and the Rangers still suck. Totally agree. Yeah, so, I mean, with $89.5 million before the luxury tax, the Astros are in good shape. Now, you know, how much of that they're going to use to try to maybe negotiate with Pena, I don't know. But the Astros are going to be in good shape next season. So that was the whole point of this exercise. And then when you look at the rotation, you're going to be minus Fromber. That's for sure. Fromber is gone. I don't think he comes back. But your rotation itself, if we look at it, it goes Brown, Spaghetti Arrighetti, Javier, Alexander, and God, I don't even know who the fifth would be. Maybe gosh, I don't know. Let me see. What do they have here on pitching starts? Hurry up. Don't forget, Jenny's mom's going to be popping in just 1 second. Sorry, Mom. Let me just get this thought done here. Pitching, Valdez, Brown. Gusto. Yeah. No, not Gusto. I mean, although Gusto can start. No, not Gusto. Because he got traded. Yeah, he's gone. Not Gusto. Who am I looking at here? Gordon. Yeah, it could be Colton Gordon. Yeah, Blanco is another one, Drake. Good call on that. But this could be Blanco, could be Gordon. And let me see any other starters that I may have missed. No, Alexander. It's not going to be McCullers, just FYI. I think another cat to keep an eye on that could end up in your starting rotation. And if not, then he might be your next setup man, just depending. But Blue Ball, he showed well. So there's your rotation now at the bottom. There you go. That fits a little. All right. That's it. There's my 2 cents on the Astros into next season. Now, without further ado, she was so patient. She's been missed on this show. We haven't done this in forever, and it's my favorite part of the week. I'm sure it's yours too. She is the best kitty grandmother in the world. I just have to give her props on that. She fed the cats while Nora and I were out of town. So she gets kudos for that, but she's just an amazing woman and an amazing mother, and she's better than your mom. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show, Jenny's mom, everybody. Hello, mother.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, fine. I was listening to your lineup. What about Dubon and Caratini?
Yeah, so
What do you think's going to happen to them?
Well, I think Caratini is still your backup. And I haven't checked. Yeah, I haven't checked contracts on all of these guys yet. I'm just kind of going off of this year. But I still think Caratini is your backup catcher. Now, one thing that could happen, and this is going to sound crazy, but they could trade Yiner. I know that he had his struggles this year. Yeah. I think that Yiner could be a trade bait.
And then what would they do?
Huh?
And
well, you would have Caratini, and they've got a couple of young prospecs in the minors.
Yeah, the one that filled in this year, what was his name?
No, there's another one too, but yes, they have a couple of kids that would basically end up being your backup for Caratini. But I think too, let me see, hold on.
That's a pretty important position, though. I mean, they need somebody with some experience.
Yeah, well, Caratini has, he would be your everyday starter.
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Astros on this thing. MLB. There we go. MLB. Houston Astros. All right, let me resize. What? That looks crazy looking. Oh shit. Well, trying to resize this so that the people can see it. What the, oh, hold on. Sorry, mother. Give me 1 second. This is it's acting silly. There we go. I don't know why this is doing this is silliness. Here we go. All right. I can resize it from here. Ah, there we go. I don't know why this is acting so crazy. All right, but here we go. So this is nope. Well, that'll do. That'll do. But this is the Astros contracts coming up, right? So here we have your arbitration and pre-arbitration, your veterans and so forth. So arbitration just means that they go to kind of they negotiate a salary based on performance.
Well, McCullers shouldn't get very much then.
He won't. He definitely won't. And he's not arbitration eligible. So
I know they need to unload that. Man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they really
They've
do.
been paying for him a long time.
Some of these are let's see if I can pull this down some. So you can see like Altuve's a veteran. So the first one that I see, God, they still have deferred money for Zach Greinke. That's crazy.
Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So here's what they have committed. Here's what they have committed right now. You've got Altuve, Correa, Walker, Alvarez, Hader, McCullers, Christian Javier. That is who is definitely on the books in 2026, right? Now, if you look back, though, it's because Fromber is his is done. He's a free agent. But like Christian Javier, he's arbitration eligible. Isaac Paredes should be done. He doesn't have any more arbitration. Does he? He sure does. That's crazy. So yeah, they're going to go to arbitration with Isaac Paredes. That's what this ARB 3 means. So you get 4 years of arbitration with a player before they become an unrestricted free agent, right? So, so like last year, you could see they only paid $6.6 million for Paredes. But that'll go up, I guess, based on production. But it could actually, I mean, the injury could hurt him a little bit. But this is why these you hear about starting the clock on players. I mean, Isaac Paredes is 26 years old. He just seems older than that. But he's 26, but you still get 2 years. He
does seem older than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still get 2 years left with him. So that's why I say all of those, I'm going to duplicate this. All of those that you're seeing are, let me move this down. Oh, much better. Much better. Now we can see. Yeah, so all these arbitrations that you see, Dubon apparently is going into his 3rd year of arbitration. Abreu, Jesus Sanchez has 2 years of arbitration. I forgot about Ramon Urias. And then all these other cats. Yeah, all these other cats, like Yiner is still pre-arbitration.
Well, what in Ramon? What's Ramon? Second base?
Yeah, he's second base and utility. So he would be like your Dubon eventually, right? Yeah. Let's see, Zach Cole. Yeah. Okay. Who was I gonna look up? Oh, Yiner. Yeah, so Yiner is still pre-arb. And then I wanted to look up.
Wait a minute. That's all Yiner makes?
Yeah, because look, I'll show you. So Mauricio Dubon.
He doesn't even make $1 million.
Wow. So Mauricio Dubon has a year of arbitration left. So he'll go to arbitration. Jesus Sanchez has 2 years of arbitration. This is all really good because not only do you get these guys at value, but team control is important, but also, you can get some of these cats off the books. So you're freeing up salary along the way. So Yiner hasn't started. He'll start this will be his 1st year of arbitration. So you can see he didn't have it last year. So he goes to ARB 1 this year. So he'll make more. And then Victor Caratini is an unrestricted free agent. Okay. Well, so we'll see what happens with him. I don't know that they're going to sign Caratini. He's 32 years old. I didn't realize he was an unrestricted free agent this year. I thought he had one more year left. So that definitely changes things. You're definitely not trading Yiner if you don't have Victor Caratini. And then you could see the Astros bringing up one of those young prospects that they have. But
yeah, who was the guy who was the third one this year that filled in when Caratini was hurt? What was his name?
Yeah, I forget his name.
Not Sanchez.
No. He's the one that
And they
plunked.
sent him back down when Caratini
yeah, but he's the one that
back.
Fromber plunked when he got mad.
Yes, Fromber hit.
Yeah. Walker Yannick is the guy who you could see up. He is right now ranked 4th in the Astros farm system at catcher. Here, I'll put this on screen for you. So this is the Astros prospects in 2025. But you can see Walker Yannick is 4th on catching prospects, and that's the one that they drafted recently. So you got number 24 is Jace Mitchell, but I think that this is the one that they're looking at. Walter Yannick, is it Yannick, whatever the hell it is. But he was in let's see. Yeah, so he was in high A ball for the last 2 years. So you're hoping that what it is he'll move up to Double A this coming year. And if he has a breakout type season in Double A, you could see him get moved up to Triple A or even make the majors. But let's see, what was his? Yeah, he had 766 OPS this year at high A ball. So he needs to improve. Obviously, he's gonna have to get better. But that's their number 4 prospect, is a catcher. So I think part of it is we'll see what they do in free agency. We'll see what their priorities are. I don't think it's going to be starting pitching, honestly.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Really?
No, I don't. Unless they try to get another ace. But the thing is, I mean, 1, you're going to have to pay for it. But 2, they're still so deep. I mean, if everybody comes back from the injury list. You look at how much. You look at how many of these cats that they discovered through injuries. I mean, with Alexander and Blue Ball, and
Blue Ball was the one that I thought was terrific.
Yeah, and he was just learning.
The pressure he pitched under.
Yeah,
oh my God!
I don't know that you necessarily. Yeah, Cesar Salazar. There you go. That was the other.
Salazar.
Yeah.
That was the guy's name. Thank you, Donna.
Old Whistle Britches, Dubs knows. Old Whistle Britches.
I knew it was something like that.
But I don't know. Look, it just depends on who you lose in free agency, first of all, right? If you lose Caratini, you're going to lose Fromber for sure. But if you lose Caratini, you've got to spend money on catcher until you think Janik is ready to come up. And I need to, I guess, look up his name. Let me see. I can look at Walter. Yeah. Baseball Reference will tell me how to say it. Let me see.
They've actually got a lot of upcoming talent. They really do.
Oh, of course it doesn't have the pronunciation for him. Why would it? Jackasses. So it must just be Janik. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see pronunciation. Usually Baseball Reference will have it. He's from Sam Houston, too.
Looks like Janik.
Yeah, but you never know. What if it's like Swedish? Then it's Yannick.
No, that's true.
Right? So that's the one thing I don't know. I could probably find a YouTube video of making it, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. But I also, if you look at free agents for 2026, this will kind of give you an idea of what the Astros could go after. And I tell you, one of the things is, Crane doesn't like to spend money in the luxury tax, and he won't. But if Yainer Diaz is still under contract and has multiple years of arbitration available, then you're really not going to go out and spend money on another catcher. You might spend money on a backup or a Caratini-esque type of player. And I could see them re-signing Caratini to a team-friendly deal. He was there for 2 years, $12 million. It probably goes up a little bit because he did perform well, and there was a while that he was carrying the team. No pun intended. He was Caratini in the team. But yeah, you're probably not going to go out and spend a ton of money on free agent catchers just because you still have Yainer Diaz. So it doesn't make sense to spend all that money. And then looking at it, I mean, JT Realmuto is a guy that they were after before. But that's why I say if they do that, then yeah, they probably trade a Yainer. They're not going to keep it. He's too expensive as a backup. But I doubt they do that. Like there's Caratini right there and his market value is $2.27 million per year. And that's way less than what he was at $6 million. So these are all the others. So yeah, again, I don't know that they do that. But you can start to look at the starting pitching. And we can sort it by market value. You see Fromber's is going to command $33 million. They're not giving Fromber $33 million. It's not going to happen. But that opens up. You can see they got like Dylan Cease is an unrestricted free agent. Ranger Suarez is an unrestricted free agent. Shota Imanaga has a club option, and so does Freddie Peralta. So those red ones,
Chris Sale was on there too.
Yeah, the red ones you see are club options. The green is player options. Blue is unrestricted free agents, and then the kind of the brown ones are mutual, which means both of them have to exercise the option in order for it to work. But you can see like just let's see, somebody that I could see like in their price range that they would spend. Maybe Zach Gallen, maybe a Merrill Kelly, somebody like that. But that's just price range rise. So somewhere between 15 and 20 million. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get or go after that kind of like statistically. Let's see, Merrill Kelly. Yeah, he had a 3.52 ERA, but a 2.90 WAR. They're not going to. That's crazy. A 2.90 WAR is awful. I mean, not all WAR, WHIP. Sorry, but he had 111 WHIP. I'm looking at the wrong column. So yeah, 2.90 WAR is good. 111 WHIP is good. 3.52 RA probably could be a little better for a frontline starter, ace. But he was effective. I mean, the Rangers had the best rotation in baseball, hands down. So I think you look at somewhere between 15 and 20 million for a starter to be Hunter Brown's second. And then I think you just fill in holes. They've got a ton of money though, but they're going to spend some in arbitration on these guys. But for the most part, they're in good shape. Cisco, thank you for the $69. Astros don't have 10 million to spend. Actually they do, Dre. They've got they're like 89.5 million under the tax. And most everybody that isn't a star is arbitration eligible if they don't become free agents. So, they're going to be fine. They're going to, I mean, they get rid of, what's his name? I said it earlier.
As long as they don't have an injuries like they did this year.
Well, they'll get rid of Abreu's contract. So they free up that money. So you can see, here's their full situation, right? So, now you kind of get a better idea. Blue is free agents. Light blue is free agents. Dark blue means they're signed and on extensions. And then orange is arbitration. Red is pre-arb, which is even cheaper. You can see like pre-arb guys, they're paying, where was it? $805,000 for Yainer Diaz and $870K for Hunter Brown. Now,
that's amazing.
They may have to tell them, look, we got to go one more year on these pre-arb prices, and then we'll take care of you. But yeah, you've got a lot of your good players are still arbitration and pre-arbitration eligible, right? Mm-hmm. So they'll have the money. They'll have the money. Christian Walker's a free agent. I didn't see that. Okay, yeah. Wait, is he? Or is he a free agent in 2026? Yeah, no, he's not a free agent until 2028. Why does it have him listed as a free agent there? Oh, this might be 2025. Yeah, this might have been coming into 2025. Let's see. No, they're not showing. Yeah, I guess this is coming into 2025. So, I wanted 2026. Damn it. Oh well. This is pretty close. Yeah, this is pretty close. So, let's see. Yeah, so this is the same thing. No. Here we go. Houston Astros, all positions. 2026, your free agents are Fromber, Victor Caratini, Brendan Rodgers, and Hector Neris. So, I mean, your really only concern is how do you replace Fromber? I mean, Caratini's obviously second, but that just those two leaving is $24 million. Abreu comes off the books. There's going to be a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have money to spend.
That's good.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Dre. Dre said extend Hunter Brown now. I'm with you. But the problem is with Brown. Let's see, where did he go? Okay, so it'll be his first year in arbitration. They're usually not going to do that. They'll probably be like, hey, give us 1 year of arbitration. He's going to get a ton of money. I promise you that. Like, he's going to get a good chunk. He'll get a raise for sure. He's at $870K. He'll probably be, I mean, he is their ace. I don't see, let me see if they have market value listed here. I'm hiding it. Yeah, but his market value will be up there with the top 10 for sure. So they'll be spending some money on Hunter Brown for sure. But I don't know that you extend him just yet. You want to get, that's the whole point of having arbitration. Now they did that with guys like, they did it with Bregman early. They did it with Jordan, where they extended them early. But I think they did that after at least 1 year of arbitration, just because you want that value. That's so important for a team to be able to continue to sign stars and stuff. So, 43K showed up. Oh, did mom go to U of H? 43,000 showed up. No, she didn't go to the U of H game.
I wish I had
the U of H game. Did you?
Yeah, but oh man, I was expecting it to be a better. Yeah, I watched it on TV, but I was expecting it to be a little bit better than it was.
Oh,
Texas Tech just whooped up on them.
Yeah. Let me see.
First preseason Rocket game, though.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, Tech 35, Houston 11. Yeesh. Ouch.
Yeah, it was not good.
Well, I mean, look, Tech's got the best team in the Big 12 that money can buy. That's for sure. Their payroll is big.
They got a lot of money too, and they've invested a lot of money in their football program.
Yeah.
So maybe U of H will have more money as time goes on, but you can't compete with that. Really.
Jared said, but when have the Astros ever taken care of farm talent? And that's look, the Astros used to have the reputation of being really bad about bringing up talent, like leaving them in the minors just to, they'd really fumbled the bag with George Springer. They've gotten better about it though. And this new collective bargaining agreement is actually something where bringing up guys early is to a benefit. That's why you saw Cam Smith. When they traded for Cam Smith, he probably wasn't 100% ready to be a starter. I mean, it played out that way. You could see it. But there was about 2 to 3 months where there was discussion of, man, if he can maintain or turn it around, he could be in the hunt for Rookie of the Year. If you bring guys up in their first year and they win Rookie of the Year, you get like compensatory picks and all this shit. So it behooves you to bring guys up and start the clock on them if you think they're that good instead of just stashing them in the minors. So that was the, that was one of the things that they negotiated, and that's why you saw Cam Smith. But it's not always going to happen that way. And this Astros had one of the best farm systems in baseball for a really long time. They've done well.
And they have good coaches.
Dana Brown has the experience of building a solid team. I mean, he's the reason Atlanta is so deep and as good as they are. They weren't good this year because of injuries, but so I think it can still be done. I think it can still be done. They needed a year like this, though, I think, because you needed to be able to draft again. I mean, you've got to rebuild at some point.
That's true.
You can't lose everything they've lost and just not have high draft picks and not keep replacing them. Yeah, B. Hannon says Springer's is balling right now. He is.
Oh, I know.
God. It's wild. Somebody was telling me that he doesn't even play in the field anymore. Who was saying that?
Wow.
I forget who was telling me that, but yeah, he doesn't really even play in the field. What's up, Perry? But when I say take care of, I mean pay the guys, like everyone. Oh, that was homegrown that they let walk. Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with you there. I mean, there's no arguing that they haven't been paying their stars. What they've relied on is the deals like they got with Jordan and with Bregman early, where you get them to sign early, commit to a long-term deal. They give up their arbitration, which is a benefit to them, or maybe hang on to one more year before the deal kicks in. But you get them at a good value while they're young, and they still make more than they would going, letting arbitration play out. So It's a win-win. But then at some point you got to pay the piper. I just hope, even if they're smart with their money and they're not, overpaying for guys, I just hope that they do more what they did with Tucker than what they have allowed with the Springers and the Correas of the world, where they just walk. I'd much rather see them trade and get something as opposed to just letting them walk. That's the problem.
I know. Yeah. That makes sense.
Jared says, so you were saying, let us have this cheap year of arbitration and we'll get you back next year. Yes. That's it. That's it. I mean, that's what most teams are doing that. Are you having hot flash, Mother?
I don't know. It's really hot in here. I think Paul must turn the AC up. I'm like, whoo. Sorry about that.
Oh, man. Damn. Perry said, hey, I'm taking care of wifey today. Just wanted to say what up and rest in peace to Kyron Lacey. Let the truth be just as loud as the lie. Gotta go. Love you, Truman. Glad to have you back. Hey, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be here. Astros don't have their guys Astros don't pay their guys even through arbitration. Yeah, they do and they don't, right? Like, what's weird is, like I said, they'll do these deals that are beneficial to both early. The track record that they have, though, is once those deals are up and these guys are bona fide superstars, that's when they're not paying for them. So they're taking care of them early. They're taking care of them early. But they're just not, they're not doing it when they become bona fide superstars, because maybe they just feel like there's no value there. Yeah. There's no value there, which is crazy because they're still a top 10 team in payroll and income. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know what happened with Kyron Lacey. I got to see what happened there. Oh, so deceased LSU receiver was far behind crash that resulted in a felony hit and run. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay. I can't get to the damn thing. I'll look that up later so I can read about it. But apparently it looks like group calls for investigation into handling of the case involving Kyron Lacey. Apparently the facts weren't the facts because he was blamed for the crash. This was a couple years ago, I think, because it was in January. Yeah, it was in January. LSU Louisiana State Police charged Lacey 24 in January after a crash in some parish resulted in the death of Herman Hall 78. The NFL draft hopeful was accused of reckless driving and speeding despite denying he was at fault. Lacy had turned himself in after an arrest warrant was issued. Yeah, so apparently... I'm trying to find where it says here. At the time of impact, he was 72.6 yards behind the vehicle. Wow. Yeah. That's not the story that was ever painted, never said his attorney. So, yeah. I'm going to read about that. That's really... that's fucked up if that's true. I can't believe Louisiana's corrupt. Have you ever heard of such a thing, Mom? What? Louisiana corrupt?
No, not Louisiana.
What? I've never heard of it. What have you guys been up to, Mom? What have y'all been doing? We hadn't had you on here in forever.
Oh, well, I was on the cruise. I had to train on the cruise and got that
did they
done.
have a comedian on there?
They did, but I didn't go to the show.
Why not?
I taught the first day and then I just kind of chilled. I didn't do much. We went to the beach one day when they were in Cozumel and that was about it. Most of the time I just slept and ate and sunned.
There you go.
But it was nice.
Did
it was
you
fun.
gamble?
We had a good group. And I only had to train 3 hours. So that was pretty cool.
For a whole cruise?
Yeah. First day. Yeah. That's all.
Did you gamble?
So that worked out. No, I didn't gamble this time. I went in and I love to play spin poker. And so I went in and I put
I swear
a
to
20
God, I
in
thought
the
you were going to say
machine.
spin the bottle. I was like, what?
No,
is
spin
this?
poker. And I went in and the first day and I put a 20 in the machine. I thought, well, while I was waiting to go to dinner, and I thought it was $5 a line. 5 cents a line, and it was 25 cents a line. And so it was like $2.50 a pull. And my 20 was gone in like 5 minutes or less, probably 3 minutes. And I told Paul, I went, well, I'm done. That was the fastest I've ever lost money in my whole life. Golly. But the slots on cruises aren't very loose. They're, although there was a lady that won $12,000 or something like that on one of the slots, but it was that casino was real crowded. I don't know. I was really worn out. I just rested and just relaxed mostly. Watched the little sports at the sports bar, and Paul and I just hung out.
Ate good.
How was your trip, by the way, this weekend?
Oh, it was good.
Where were you anyway?
We were actually in this place called Shirts, Texas, which is just outside
I know
of
where
San
Shirts
Antonio.
is, outside of San Antonio.
Yeah, that's where we were. Because I was working for Retama Park, which is a horse racing park. It's just like Sam Houston Race Park. It's owned by Sam Houston Race Park. So they were doing their first weekend of comedy shows. So went out there and performed, and we just kind of like.
Did y'all gamble on the racetrack? Did y'all gamble on the races?
They weren't running, so they didn't have I guess there was no races going on right now. So we just kind of hung out and did some shit. Just kind of went, farting around shopping and shit like that, and just spent the weekend together.
Everybody's got to get a little getaway.
Oh yeah, it was great. Do that. It was great, and it was one of those road trips where I didn't have to drive. Like Nora drove out there. It was amazing. I was like, "You mean I'm going to work and she's
wonderful.
driving?" I was like, "We need to do this full time. I need to get enough work so you can just quit."
Let her be your driver.
Yeah, shit.
She's like, drive a new car.
I was like, "Well, we'll get a van and bring them with us." She was like, "Hell no." I was like, "Well, that might be a little much." Having a litter box in a van. Ugh, Jesus.
Yeah, that might be a little difficult.
Cisco said, ask me anything about anything. Did they bill you as a 2-time camel race champion? No. I forgot about that. I should have fucking.
Oh, my God.
That should have been
one
of my credits.
That's been a long time ago.
Damn it.
That was a long time ago.
Well, let's not make me old. Keep saying long time ago.
It's been a while. It's been a while, Barry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. The first one was a long time ago. The second one was recent. I was still on TV
when was the second one?
When I was still at 39. I went out. That was like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was like
really?
2 years
Well,
ago, 3
I
years ago.
must have.
Yeah,
Where
Behana
was
said
I?
3
I
years
must have
ago.
missed that. Hmm.
It wasn't highly publicized. Once you win one championship, you know, uh,
It just
it
becomes
becomes an
old
old
hat.
habit. You know, it's just like,
Right.
whatever. It's like the Astros made another ALCS. Barry won another Camel championship. Whoop-de-doo.
I think they were, you know, they just didn't seem like they had the
The
this year to
Astros?
win it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I chalk it up to the injuries, honestly. I saw somebody, Jeremy Branham was talking about, well, doesn't look like the Astros are going to get AJ Hinch back. I was like, well, first of all, they weren't going to. And second of all, Joe Espada did a great job this year.
He did. What do they think they were going to get AJ Hinch
I
back
don't
for?
know. Jeremy likes to just say shit to get clicks. He's fucking crazy. But I got tagged on it.
Really? I think AJ's probably real happy where he is.
Yeah, I got tagged on it, and I was like, well, I don't know why. Christopher Mina tagged me
I
on
think.
it. And I don't
think
even use
Espada-
X anymore, but it just showed up. But I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. You know, Hinch wasn't coming back. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I think that the way he managed this team with the injuries, I think he did really well. Because they could have been way down there. Down there.
When you
They
think
almost
about it,
made the playoff.
yeah, they were what, one win from? Because didn't they lose the tiebreak for the playoffs?
One win. Yeah.
That's what I mean. And so I got asked about it, and it was like, you know, what difference was AJ Hinch going to make on this team, having been so injured? And my whole point was, let's see, where's those standings? There we go. Managers are good for anywhere between maybe 4 to 6 wins a year at the most, that they have a direct impact on a win or a loss, right? Some are bad and they cause losses. Some are good and they get you wins just based off of what they do. So if that's the case, then AJ Hinch probably got you to the playoffs this year. You want to know why? Let's see here. Let me move this over. There you go. Look at that. They tied with Detroit. Guess who's manager? AJ Hinch managed Detroit. So that was essentially the difference. You know what I mean? But Detroit wasn't as injured, and they also, for the record, collapsed down the stretch. Like absolutely collapsed down the stretch. So
they did.
Yeah, I think that he maybe makes a difference of one win over Joe Espada, if that. Don't get me wrong, I love AJ Hinch. I thought he was great.
I love him too. Yeah,
but I mean,
but Espada really did a good job. I mean, that was tough.
They were 2-8 in their final 10 games. This is why they were a wild card. They were 2-8 down the stretch. They just collapsed. So he's not, he's not.
It's almost like they just, I don't know, been there, done that.
Look,
or
they didn't have.
I don't know whether the enthusiasm was
stints.
not there.
The Astros set the record for IL stints and still had the same exact record as Detroit. If you can't give Joe Espada credit for that over AJ Hinch, I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
Shit. You look at, there was one point where we were debating on this show who would win in a 7-game series, the Astros current squad or the IL squad. And I picked the IL squad in 7. That's how many stars they had on IL. So
it was awful.
Yeah, B. Hanna said they blew a 19-game lead. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you believe
Tigers
that?
blew a 15-game lead. 15, 19, whatever it was. Yeah, blew a big lead. So he's not the end-all, be-all, that's for sure. Give Joe Espada some credit for what he's done. Uriel, what's up, homie? Uriel said, great to see Jenny's mom again, even though she beat me in fantasy. How is your fantasy team doing, Mom? I'm glad you're going to face Clarence this year.
I know. I'm on 3 different fantasies this year.
Wait, you got to say fantasy teams. You can't just say 3 different
fantasy teams. I'm sorry. I'm on 3
weird.
different fantasy teams this year.
Are you really?
And yesterday I ran the board, won them all.
Well, wait a minute. Where else are you playing? Did you just sign up and just?
Well, Yeah, our office. I'm on 2 teams in our office. Yeah,
Okay.
real estate company. So I'm doing pretty good there. And then I've got this one. I'm not. I think I
Are
lost last
those
week.
are
Or
those?
maybe I
Did
won
you have to
last week.
pay to enter those, or what? No, they're
No,
also free.
as a matter of fact, to tell you the honest to God truth, it came across our email. Do you want to sign up for fantasy? And I went on there and I was reading about it. I thought, oh, well, this sounds kind of cool. It might be fun. So I was messing around and then I got off. And then all of a sudden I looked a few days later and I'm on both teams. I'm like,
You didn't
I'm
mean
not,
to sign up.
I didn't mean to sign up. So then I went in there and started moving. I didn't even draft. They drafted for me again. I didn't even know about the draft. But anyway, I just started moving players around and now I kind of got into it. So I'm doing pretty good on that too. So
Well,
I missed all the drafts this year.
that's
Just
the part
too
that
busy.
Yeah, see, I gotta be able to draft. If I can't make the draft, then I don't want this team.
I know. I had my draft all line. I mean, I had it. I spent 2 days on it
Well,
and then missed it because I was at work. Didn't get home in time.
you can
But
blame
I'm not doing
Amos.
too
You
bad.
can blame Amos, and who else didn't join in time? There was a couple of people that didn't join it in time, and that's why you didn't get to draft
Oh.
originally on Friday.
Yeah, that's right. And then
Yeah. And they
then I
moved
had
it
to
to
work. I didn't get
Monday,
home
and
till like
that's when you
7
missed it.
o'clock from a client.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm doing pretty good considering I've been moving people around. So CJ was my quarterback on one of my things this week. So he did pretty good for
Oh,
me.
really?
Yeah, he had a pretty good game. I tell you what, that Houston game. I mean, I know they were playing a beat up Baltimore game, but it sure was good to beat Baltimore because that is one team I do not have any love for.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. I didn't realize just how bad Baltimore's defense had been this year till Walt brought it up.
Oh, they're always so good this
Yeah,
year.
and man, they are just. But injuries, they're kind of like the Astros in that their injuries, they're so depleted right now that I mean, you can't really brag.
Yeah.
It's good, it's good that they got the win
I
and
think
all
you have
that.
5 Pro Bowl people out
Yeah.
injured or something. Yeah,
Tell me
that's
that
a
doesn't
lot.
matter. It matters.
Yeah.
And an MVP candidate, perennial every year.
The big test is going to be. Oh, I know. The big test I think is going to be against Seattle. So we'll see what happens. Seattle and San Francisco, how they do. Seattle mainly. Are they
Yeah,
going to
well,
go up
it just
there?
depends on how healthy San Francisco is, really.
Yeah,
But they
I
keep
know.
winning without Brock Purdy and others.
I know.
Kyle Shanahan's a hell of a coach. To me, and this is going to sound
He
crazy,
really
but if you
is.
follow basketball, to me, Kyle Shanahan is the Eric Spoelstra of the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know that he ever gets it. Maybe, lately he will or whatever, but man, he just does such a damn good job coaching. No matter
really
who he's
does.
got, stars or no
He's a
stars,
pretty young guy,
injuries
too.
or no injuries.
Mhm.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan is one hell of a football coach.
He really is.
Yeah.
And young. He's going to be around a long time.
Oh yeah, and good pedigree, with his dad and everybody.
Yeah, no kidding. His dad. Woo, I'm telling you.
But yeah,
I was happy to see both of the Harbaughs lose yesterday.
not a Harbaugh fan, huh?
No, I'm not. Both of them lost.
Yeah,
They've always got the dumbest look on their face. They
yeah,
just,
they're pretty goofy.
some of them, like show some emotion or something. Just it drives
That's
me
funny.
crazy.
Yeah,
But I'm
Uriel said had to
devastated.
draft Monday on a holiday. Was it a holiday that y'all drafted?
It was Labor Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I
They
mean,
moved
you
it to
were
Labor
off. You
Day.
should have been off.
And I was taking a listing, or I don't know where I was, but I didn't get home till 7, and I thought, well, anyway, I missed it up, but not too bad.
Yeah, B. Hannah said poor Chargers. Yeah, it was an interesting week. We're gonna go through some of the scores.
It
here in a
was.
minute. It was an interesting week in football.
Very interesting.
but
I
I
am
think these-
so
I think these
excited about
Texans
basketball.
wins
Though.
could be
I'm ready for
fool's gold.
basketball.
Yeah,
Huh?
basketball. I'm excited about basketball, but I think these Texans wins could be fool's gold. They played two of the worst teams in
That's
football.
what I'm saying. Let's see how everybody's like all excited. Yeah, they beat Tennessee. and they beat a beat up Baltimore team. Let's
Yeah.
see what they do the next 3 games.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot different. Man, the next game's on October 20th at 9 p.m. Is that a Monday Night Football game?
No, we're on Monday Night Football against Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah. Monday Night Football. Yeah. That's going to be the late game. So I guess there's going to be 2 games that day. Because it says 9 p.m.
I'm really anxious about the Rockets this year. I tell you what, I'm anxious about the Rockets and U of H, both of them, because U of H is, preseason number 1 in the nation, and they've got some really great. I mean, it's going to be exciting basketball season.
Yeah, I'm looking. I want to see. Let's see. Number 1, who's prospect? Tyrone Stokes scores on turf, stars on hard. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even look up men's basketball. They got Florida at number 1 right now in the AP Top 25.
Well, they did have Houston at one point.
I'm sorry. That's final rankings 24-25. Okay. Yeah, they don't have this year's out yet. Okay. I don't see.
They're going to be really good again. Let's just put it that way.
If they Tony just said Texans are running the table. Tony's delusional. He's our delusional Texans fan. So.
That's okay, Tony. I think that's a very great positive attitude for a fan. Let's just run the table.
That's why they're called fans. It stands for fanatic.
You gotta have some faith.
Huh?
You gotta have faith.
Yeah, faith is great. Delusion, not so much.
Being delusional.
Yeah, not the same. Not the same at all, mother. Not the same at all.
We shall see.
Well, it's good to have you back. Let's do it again next week. All right. Let's not make a habit of not having you on. So
it's been a month or so or more.
It's been forever. A while. Yeah.
Oh, and I saw Robert and Katie at
Hop
your
Scholar.
Hop Scholar show. That was great to see them. They're always so darling.
I know.
Great show. Andy was great, and Rob was great. Yeah, it was a really good show. We had a good time.
Good. Well, tickets are on sale for the next one. So I don't know if I'm going to be here for it, but hopefully I am.
All right. Well, I'll see you next week.
I love you.
Bye.
That is Ginny's mom, everybody. Joins us every single Monday when she can fit us in. Right here on Barry on Deck. She's the best. I tell you what, man. She came up clutch this weekend by taking care of the cats because Nora was off on Friday and we were headed to San Antonio and she was like, well, I want to go with the cats. And she didn't want to ask. She didn't want to be a burden. Nora didn't want to ask Jenny's mom to watch the cats, but she's the best about it, man. She takes care of them like they're her real grandkids, man. She is so fantastic when it comes to the kitties because those are Nora's babies, man. Those are her babies. Like, I'm just like, look, they can go a day and a half without eating. They'll be fine. She's like, no. Okay. So mama's clutch. Cisco said we got to get Tony, Titan Hugo, and Total Dallas in a steel cage match. Only one wins. Yeah, three delusional fans. Tony is Texans delusional. Titan Hugo is Tennessee Titans delusional. And Total Dallas is Dallas Cowboys delusional. It could be a great death match. I do believe that. Yeah. Tony said Hugo and Total Dallas could be a tag team, and I'd whip both. What up, John Dorier? Good to see you, pimp. All right, let's get into, let's do some headlines first, and then we'll get into some college football, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right, here's your sports headlines for the day. Ex-NFL star quarterback Mark Sanchez now facing felony charges for an altercation that he got into. In the beginning, it was all like, oh, this is so sad, T's and P's, and give him his privacy. But the script has flipped. Former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez is facing a felony battery charge over an altercation between the former NFL quarterback and a 69-year-old truck driver early Saturday in Indianapolis. Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears announced the upgraded charge Monday, saying Sanchez faces a level 5 felony charge of battery involving serious bodily injury. Punishment can range from 1 to 6 years in prison. According to one of the challenges you have in a case like this is that you are dealing with individuals who are receiving medical care, and that's obviously the most important thing, that individuals are treated appropriately. But once we were provided with additional information about the victim's current medical condition, it became clear to us additional charges needed to be filed. It says Mears said his office received an amended probable cause affidavit Monday, which led to the additional charges because the truck driver suffered serious injuries. Mears added the prosecutors are still investigating the incident and that Sanchez, 38, could face additional charges. On Sunday, Sanchez was charged with battery with injury, public intoxication, and unlawful entry of a vehicle. Sanchez had been scheduled for a court hearing Tuesday, but was rescheduled to November 4 because he's hospitalized. It says, according to an affidavit for probable cause based on hotel video footage of the altercation early Saturday and statements to police, Sanchez allegedly accosted the driver of a box truck that backed into a hotel's loading dock. According to the affidavit, the confrontation escalated to the point where the truck driver believed he was in danger, sprayed Sanchez in the face with pepper spray, and with Sanchez still advancing toward him, said he thought, this guy is trying to kill me. Truck driver then pulled his knife, and with Sanchez still coming at him, he struck Sanchez 2 or 3 times, according to the affidavit. That's crazy. Truck driver said he was thrown against a dumpster and onto the ground and believed he was in a life or death situation. The driver, according to the affidavit, then said a look of shock came to Sanchez's face, and Sanchez took off. Sanchez was arrested by Indy police Saturday. Affidavit said Sanchez suffered several stab wounds to his right torso area, while the driver had a laceration on his left cheek and was taken to a different hospital. That's crazy. Sanchez told a police officer that all he could remember was grabbing for a window, adding that he did not know who stabbed him or where it happened. Police got a warrant to search his phone and clothes. That's a lot of alcohol. That's a lot of alcohol. BN said he got May stabbed and then went back to the bar. Did he really go back to the bar? That's crazy. Sanchez played 8 seasons, played for Philly, Washington, and Dallas. Alcohol's it's crazy. It's a crazy drug. It makes you do crazy shit, man. Yes, this gonna say cocaine's a hell of a drug. I heard Sanchez buff fumbled right into the guy. Well, that's your best effort, Cisco. Good, not great. I can't believe he got May stabbed and then just went back to the bar. That's crazy. Maybe he was partying in Gary, Indiana. Hope it wasn't Sherville. How do you do all that, get stabbed, and then just like, fuck it, I'm going back to the bar? That's a lot of alcohol that you don't feel a stabbing. How do you not feel a stabbing? I'm sorry, but I don't know. I feel like if you stab me, I'm going to know, be like, ouchie, ouch, ouch. That's crazy to me. Crazy. But he's in big trouble, it appears, allegedly. We'll find out. Bad news for T-Sips. Dub said, hey, where's the fucking Penn State logo on the top? Would you just want me to make it white? Oh, he was feeling it. There's a video of him walking after. Oh no. This is a flesh wound. He's hopping on one leg. Uriel said, turns out he's Mexican. So am I. Calm down. Is there really video? Let's see if I can find it. Mark Sanchez video. Former, let's see, video after getting stabbed. We need your help. Oh, fuck. As long as you show me the video, I'll pause it. Oh, here's an ad on the video. Of course. Uh-oh. What the hell was that? Let's see. He was walking back to the bar. His shirt is covered in blood. Yeah, I'm just waiting on this goddamn ad to finish. It's terrible. Terrible. Oh, here we go. Here's Sanchez. So that's him. Yeah, so there you go. Clutching chest after stabbing. Dude is just walking like, da. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, he's just like, doody doop doop. Wow. Wow. Was that the only video? Let's see. Videos. Yeah, it looks like that's the only one on the New York Post. Man, that's insane. That's insane. All right, here's your new top 25 out now. Bad news for Texas and Penn State. Both fall out of the top 25. Oh, wow. Sanchez thought he was his Uber driver, got in the car, and the driver told him to get the fuck out of his truck, and then a fight broke out, calling it now. Could be. That's why you carry a Tide stick in case you get Gotta have a Tide stick with you. Hey, what up, Sam? Good to see you, Pippin. Tony, carry a Tide stick with you in case you get stabbed and you get blood on your shirt. $20 says CC is badass enough to get stabbed and go back to the bar. Oh, yeah, 100%. Mo! Holy shit, we got a Mo sighting. Mo, what is up, pimp? Good to see you, man. Mo's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Mo Schlachter. If he's found guilty, he's facing 5 to 7 years back on the Jets. Damn. That's brutal. That's hilarious. His sentence to have to be back with the Jets is so funny. Hey, Mina, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations to you, brother. Mina said that's why I checked into rehab and got sober. I don't miss those days. Man, good for you, brother. Really, good for you. And Dre vouches for CC. Yes, she could get stabbed and then right back to the bar. 100%. CC ain't missing no drinks. You crazy? All right, here's your college football top 25 as of right now. Ohio State stays at 1. Miami moves up a spot to number 2 with 21 first place votes. Oregon moved down a spot to number 3. Ole Miss is 4. A&M moved up a spot to number 5. OU is 6. Indiana 7. Still waiting on it. I'm calling it. I'm telling you, Indiana is fraud. I told you Illinois was fraud. I told you I don't believe in Iowa State. All the I teams. Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, they can all suck it. They're all frauds. No, there's never been a good college football team that starts with the letter I. Period. I stand on it. Name a good college football team that starts with the letter I. You can't. Most good college football teams, they're going to start with, an O or U. Not OU, but an O or a U. University of, or just Ohio State, Oregon. No I's. Those are the wrong vowels. But Indiana is now 7. Bama's 8. Tech 9. Georgia 10. Like pretty much everybody from 7 all the way down to 19 moved up. And a lot of that is because you had Texas fall out, you had Penn State fall out, then you had Vandy fall, you had ISU fall, and Florida State fall. So here you go. That's your top 10. 11 through 25 looks like this. It's LSU, Tennessee, Georgia Tech is 13, Missouri 14, Michigan 15. Notre Dame with their 2 losses is now, they moved up 5 spots to number 16. I just think that's ridiculous. You got a 2-loss team at 16. Stop it. Illinois 17, BYU 18, UVA 19. All those moved up 5 spots, starting with Mizzou. Vandy dropped 4 to 20. They'll be out of the top 25 next week or so. ASU 21, ISU 22. Memphis joins the top 25 now at 23. They're undefeated. University of South Florida back in the top 25 now. They are 24. And then Florida State fell 7 spots to number 25. An interesting weekend of college football. You had some upsets. So here you see Saturday, A&M took care of business in a slow start. They didn't really score until the 4th quarter. Mississippi State was giving them all they could handle on defense. Tech took care of Houston. Ohio State took care of Minnesota. That Miami-Florida State game was probably your game of the week and ended up being really good. OU trounced Kent State, no big deal. Penn State losing on the road to what they said, like 800 people were there, to UCLA. That's bad. Texas losing on the road. I always felt like Florida was better than they were getting credit for. And I told you that a couple times. Same thing I told you. I think Vanderbilt's a fraud. They proved that. Georgia beats Kentucky. Iowa State loses to Cincinnati. Told you I didn't believe in them. Michigan beating Wisconsin is good. Notre Dame beating Boise State doesn't matter. Illinois beat Purdue. Virginia beat Louisville in overtime. Took overtime to do it. That's your top 25 scoreboard. This week coming up, A&M at home against Florida. That's going to be a tough test for them, I do believe. South Florida on the road against North Texas. They'll be fine. Ohio State, Illinois. Illinois is about to become a 2-loss team. Bama and Missouri should be good. Should be. We'll see if Missouri does their part. I think Bama wins that, though. Florida State, Pittsburgh, Ole Miss, Washington State. Indiana and Oregon is going to be good. Oregon's going to get their first loss. You got the Red River rivalry coming up. Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech. And that's about it. That's all the good games left. Yeah. LSU, South Carolina should be good, but it won't be. But it should be. But it won't be. And watch out, Michigan State might lose to USC. Just calling it. I'm just telling you now. Michigan State might lose to USC. Cisco said, I can't. What? You can't what? You can't what? All right, speaking of drinks, we got a birthday in the house. We got to celebrate a birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Get your shot glasses out, ladies and gentlemen. What? Okay. Let's get it. Dre. Oh, is he still here? Did he leave? Dre, is he here or is he not? Dr. Dre, please report to the principal's office. Dr. Dre, please report to the principal's office. Dre's in the building. Big dog. Dre, I hope you have a kick-ass day, man. Dre said, oh, damn, almost forgot. You are a damn lie. You know you were out there trying to give everybody roadhead. It's your birthday. That's what you do on your birthday. Dre, brother, man, I hope you have a great day. I hope somebody got you something, man. And not like dirty or gross. Dre is 92 in truck driver years. Dre, brother, I was waiting for Pookie. went around to catch his strays. That's hilarious. Dre, brother man, cheers to you, my friend. I do hope you have a great day, or what's left of it. Go to the strip club. You know? I mean, you know, I think Chippendales is open on Monday, aren't they? All right. Hey, brother. Much love to you, man. I appreciate what you mean to this community, and appreciate your friendship, and just for you being a dope ass dude, man. I hope you have a great day. Get you some roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you and your partner are into. I don't judge. You and him do whatever you love. All right. Cheers, brother. Happy birthday to you, Dre. Cheers. That hit a little bit different. It's usually good. And it was good. It's that little kick it. Just a little bit. Just a kick it. All right. Happy birthday, Dre. I hope the lot lizards treat you right. Dre, when's the last time you had a lot lizard? You can tell me. Huh? When's the last time? So gross. No, that's not what I said, Uriel. That's no. Not what I said. Uh-oh. Why are you saying GPU overload? That's not good. It's like, warning, GPU overload. What? Why? Not even rendering that. Dre said, never have and never will. Look, there's not a lot of attractive lot lizards. If you have any kind of self-esteem and are halfway decent, you ain't out in a truck parking lot trying to give truckers beads. Okay? That's not how life works. There's no such thing as a hot lot lizard. So I don't blame you. That's gross. Flip said, B, can you help Dre fill out his AARP form? Yeah, I can. Actually, Flip, go fuck yourself. Okay? Trying to take two old people's jokes into one. You kiss my ass and you kiss his old ass. All right? I did go home with Mexican twins from Gigi's a way long time ago. Oh. Okay, fancy pants. Look at you. I've never been that close to it. The closest I ever came to a threesome is one time on a flight, the two chicks sitting next to me shared a blanket because it was cold and they only had one blanket. That's literally the closest I've ever been. All right. That's an appropriate talk. But that's it. That's it. What time? What do we got? Yeah, it's 4:35. We got plenty of time. We good, pimp. We good. We got a little college foosball in. We got Jenny, his mom in. We got our headlines in. We rolling today. We rolling. I did grab a couple of videos. I got to go get them out of my inbox. But I wanted to share one of these with you because I have a question for you. Okay? I have a question for you. And it's really, would you do this? Let me see. Here we go. Would you? Hush, bro. I want to know, would you guys do this? I'll set it up this way. Would you guys? Let's see, show run. Oh, I need to do the audio. Let's see here. Change, yes. Oh. Application. Chrome. There we go. All right. Would you guys, just one in the chat if it's a yes, 5 if it's a no. Would you guys let somebody with no arms give you a tattoo? Would you guys let somebody with no arms give you a tattoo. 1 is yes, 5 is no. I'm a 5. I'm a 5. I'm out on that. No, thank you. Mimi's a 5. Donna's a 5. Look, I think it's great if you can do it. AJB's a 5. Jeff Bell's a 5. Donna said use their feet. Yeah. Use their feet. As in this guy right here. Check this out.
This guy lined up every single ball on the pool table, and after grinding for...
That was wrong. What the shit? Let me copy this again. Let me try this. Boop. There we go.
At first glance, this might look strange, a tattoo artist using his feet instead of his hands. But here's the truth. This guy doesn't have hands at all. Still, he creates tattoos that look just as perfect as any other artist's work. Every line, every detail, done with unbelievable precision. Show him your favorite design, and he'll recreate it flawlessly on your skin, using only the art and control of his feet. At first glance, this might look strange, a tattoo artist using his feet instead of his hands. But here's the truth. This guy...
That's crazy. This is who it is. No, thank you. I'm trying to find this dude. Let's see. Here's his Insta. He got 124,000 followers. This is some of his work, apparently. Let's see. Bro, that's crazy. You know what would suck though is if you got little stubby toes, like little short ass toes, you're fucked. Flip said they make latex gloves for feet. No, I think he's just using regular gloves because he's got long toes, bro. Like, if you look at this video, like, look at his toes. Those are like finger-like, bro. That's crazy. I mean, like, look at that. Bro, that's crazy. Look at the detail. I would be so nervous. A little grossed out, but very nervous. And only grossed out because it's feet. But for him, it's feet and hands. You know what I mean? But like, look at that. That's wild. That's amazing, man. Dude's getting a whole sleeve. That's crazy. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But look at this detail, though. Look at this. He had this heart done. This guy has a heart on. Okay. But look at the detail. That's the dude's feet. That's insane. I couldn't do that good with my hands. I couldn't do that with my hands. That's crazy. That's amazing. All right. So yeah, I'm with y'all though. I couldn't do that. I definitely wouldn't do that. This is another crazy stat from the weekend. No, that wouldn't fall under discrimination. I don't have to go to them just because of their feet. That's not discrimination. Bro, I'm not going to go to a blind guy and let him be my Uber driver. Oh, but it's a self-driving car. I don't give a fuck. No. Yeah, Tony said I can't even draw a stick figure. Yeah, with hands. Much less feet. You want to know how improbable the Titans' comeback was from this past weekend? It said the Titans' win probability was as low as 1.8% in their comeback win over the Cardinals. Second most improbable comeback of the season. Titans had an average win probability of 12.1%, the second lowest average win probability in a win in the next gen stats era since 2016. Look at that. There's no reason they should have won. And then, old buddy on the Cardinals, running back, what's his name? I gotta go get his name. He fumbles at the goal line by dropping the ball early. I don't understand how this keeps happening. These guys. Oh, it was Imari DiMercado. He had 3 carries for 81 yards, no touchdowns, a long of 71, and the 71 yards should have been a touchdown. But he let go of it at the goal line. You had 3 rushing touchdowns. Michael Carter, Kyler Murray, and Bam Knight each had a rushing touchdown. Cardinals were cruising until that fumble at the goal line. And then all hell broke loose. I wish I had, let's see, DiMercado fumble. Let's see if I can find the video of it. Oh, here it goes. Here it is. If you didn't see it from this weekend, this is one of those things. Put this under, how does this keep happening in the NFL? Short. Right? Like, there you go. There he goes. This is 71-yarder.
Off to the races.
Off to the races he goes. Da-da-da. Boop. What? Oh, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why do these cats continue to do this? Like, at some point, you just have to know, do that when you are 3 steps into the end zone. You don't do it at the goal line, period. But this keeps happening. It just happened to the Titans. Or no, the Colts. But it wasn't his fault. He kind of like fumbled him, and then gets body checked by a coach on camp. Yeah, that was the other thing. What up? Show me your TDs. Holy shit. Yeah, he also got, oh my God, Gannon was all up in his ass. Hugo said the game changer was really the interception, fumble, touchdown Titans. But I mean, this should have put them up what? This was going to be, they were going to be up 20. Where's the damn? This was going to put them up like 28, I think. Because this was supposed to be their 4th touchdown. And then once this happened is what I showed you. That other, where'd it go? Oh, shit, did I close it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was right here. All right, this was right here in the 4th quarter. And then it all changed right after that. I mean, they had a 1. If they scored, that's just crazy. Show me your TD said I just came across one of your roasts. Oh, nice. Was it on Instagram from the riot? Me and that black dude with the neck? That was fun. But yeah, that should have put them up bigly. And instead, nope. Yeah, they should have been up 28-6. And instead they lose 22-21. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a huge swing. Because they went down and scored, I think, on that play. On that drive. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. That was it right there. That 80-yard drive. Right there. It was 21-6. And then right there, Tony Pollard, 1-yard rush. That was an 80-yard drive that started on their 20 because of the touchback. Wild. And the comeback was complete. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. But the Titans, man, they needed that win bad. Cam Ward was down bad. They're talking about, I just want to win. I just want to win. Well, it's going to be a tough road to hoe. Let's see. What is all this? No, I don't need notifications turned on there. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't even, y'all stop tagging me on X. I don't want to use that platform anymore. Sucks. I mean, it is where I have the most followers, but I don't give a shit. Fuck X. As a staff, record label, and as a crew. They could have let him have that. It looks like his hand was still on the ball when it broke the goal line. It was close, but once it starts to come free, that's, you know, even a little bit of movement, that ball's loose. Once it starts, it's just because it's touching your hand doesn't mean you have a grasp on it. As soon as you start to flip it, to release it, nope. I think it's a dumb rule that you give the other team a touchback on that play. I think if a player releases the ball early, I think it should be the player that I think the team should retain possession on the one. How are you going to penalize a team? Same thing, like if it's just a regular fumble. If the other team doesn't recover it, if it just goes out of the back of the end zone, it should still remain, because the other team never gained possession. So if you flip the ball at the goal line and it rolls out of the back of the end zone, it should still be your ball on the one. Now, if you flip it and it falls and somebody jumps on it, they retain possession. Then it should be their ball on the 20. But I don't like that rule. I think that's a dumb rule. I do. I think it's a dumb rule. Maybe dumb, but the offense knows the rule prior to the game, so why risk? Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you. It's a safety at the minimum. Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, are you going to give them 2 points for that? I don't know. I think you should, because it just cheapens, to me, it kind of cheapens the game and the accomplishment. You know what I mean? To me, it just, I don't know. It cheapens everything. Dude ran 71 yards. You're telling me the last 12 feet or 12 inches? Sorry. I don't know. Just doesn't make sense. I want to look at the injury report from Football Guys. They do a good job of giving us injury updates. So I want to do some injury updates for you before we get out of here. Amy said the way he slowed down looks like he ran out of gas. Little bit. All right, here's the injury roundup from footballguys.com. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. You should have ran one more yard into the end zone. I don't disagree with you. Like you would think you know this, man. Everybody knows this. Take 3 steps past the goal line before you let the ball go. It's that simple. All right, here are your updates on injuries. Position player, team injury, projected return. Xavier Worthy, Kansas City, expected to be active today. On Sunday, we learned that Xavier Worthy would be questionable heading into Monday night, but now they're expecting him to be active. Omarion Hampton, running back for the Chargers. Timeline is TBD. It says right when he started going in terms of fantasy production, Omarion Hampton is not injured with an ankle injury. Rookie was spotted leaving the locker room at SoFi Stadium with a boot on his ankle, but this is a common practice used with most foot ankle injuries. Let's see. Kyler Murray should be back in week 6. Kyler Murray briefly exited Sunday's game with a foot injury. He walked to the locker room, likely for x-rays, before returning and finishing the contest. Despite his return, Murray was visibly limited after limping between plays. Darius Slayton of the Giants. Boy, another injury to the Giants receiving corps. Stepping in for Malik Neighbors, Slayton delivered a solid fantasy performance, but now he's hurt. So Wan'Dale Robinson and Theo Johnson, if you're looking. Bucky Irving. Oof, that's a big deal. Bucky Irving was ruled out for week 5 due to an ankle injury. And now they're projecting he won't return until week 8. So if you're a Rashad White owner like me in one league, it's good for you. But this is bad for the Bucs because Bucky Irving is solid. Spencer Schrader, kicker for the Colts, season-ending knee injury. Says the column rarely mentions kickers, but this is one of the top fantasy producers. As of Monday morning, details on Spencer Schrader's injury remain limited. I saw or read somewhere that it was an ACL and MCL injury. Antonio Gibson, running back for the New England Patriots. If you watched that, he walked off the field and was crying, headed back to the locker room. It is an ACL injury. He is out for the season, is what I saw. So now, Travion Henderson is the backup, I guess. Here's some other ones. Juwan Jennings should be back week 6. Colston Loveland back week 6. Michael Mayer back week 6. Mike Evans back week 6. And then there's all your week 7 returns. Week 7 returns include George Kittle, Chuba Hubbard, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Jones, Ricky Pearsall, and Darnell Mooney. What's crazy is I have 2 of those guys on one team, Kittle and Jones. Week 8 returns. Lamar Jackson, Bucky Irving, Tyron Tracy, Brock Purdy, and that's your week 8, sorry. And then week 10 returns, Trey Benson, Cedric Tillman. Jaden Reed is expected back week 13. Braylon Allen back week 14, and Joe Burrow back week 15. I have so many of these players. I only have 2 fantasy teams, but I have so many of these players. I have, between the 2 teams, I have Burrow, Reed, Tyron Tracy. I have Aaron Jones, George Kittle. Jesus. This is crazy. So there's your injury updates for both fantasy and just the NFL in general, if that's your flavor. How'd the Cardinals lose to the Titans? Exactly. Yep, Hampton on IR. Having a drink now. Cheers, Dre. If you drink, if not, happy birthday, brother. Hey, Uriel, that's what's up, homie. That's what's up. Mari Hampton, IR, Chargers curse. Look, I said this after week 2 or 3. The Chargers look great, but the Chargers seem to always get in their own way and fade, and injuries matter too. And are we nobody going to talk about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys? Is there a hotter quarterback in the NFL right now? Some say Jared Goff. Some say Daniel Jones. Bro, Dak Prescott is on fire, baby. We'll run through the full NFL scoreboard tomorrow once Monday Night Football is done. But back the Dak if you're a Cowboys fan. I had to go get him because I have Joe Burrow in a league, and I was like, well, shit. I was playing with Caleb Williams for several weeks, getting my ass handed to me. And then I was like, look, in Dak we trust. So I went and grabbed Dak. Hugo said, how did the Cards lose to the Titans? Hate to break it to you, but the Texans suck too. You ain't breaking shit to me. I just said I thought their two previous wins were fool's gold. You beat the Titans and a banged up, bad Baltimore Ravens team. That ain't shit. Yeah, talk to me when they get through Seattle, San Francisco, the next 3 or 4 weeks. Let's look at that. Bye week comes at a good time, although you kind of would like to go into next week riding a hot streak. But you ain't hurting my feelings or telling me nothing I don't know, Titan Hugo. I've said what Jenny's mom was here. I don't disagree. Fam. I hate being a Jets fan. Don't talk about Dallas. Oh, God. Poor Jets fans. I feel bad, perpetually feel bad for Cleveland and the Jets. But you know what? Here's the thing. The Detroit Lions used to be a laughing stock. They used to be snake bit just like the Browns and the Jets. It's just about making the right moves and, getting the right people in. Just got to keep trying. So, and look, Titan Hugo, Heartthrob said, I don't want to hear it from any of y'all. Yeah, Miami sucks too. Sorry, Heartthrob. But Titan Hugo, the Texans might suck, but they have 2 wins, which is still one more than the Titans. And they will have a better record at the end of the season than the Titans. So suck it, nerd. That's all I got. Uriel said over here on YT now. Oh, nice. There you go. Spreading the love around. All right, so we'll run through the scoreboard tomorrow. We'll talk. Hopefully, I'll have the Laminator 5000 fixed up for you by Thursday also. We'll go through some fantasy scores tomorrow. We'll get into all that. We'll have a good time. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy Monday Night Foosball. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, you know what? B. Hannon, I didn't want to believe it. I was arguing with Walt, and I still say the Texans have the better team on paper. They have the best defense in the NFL. I said they were going to be a top 5 defense. They're the best defense in the NFL. And I mean, I saw Big Sarge on Channel 2 say something to the effect that the Texans could be 5-0. Yeah, and I get it. Ifs, buts, candies, and nuts, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But this is the team that was good enough to be 5-0. They were good enough to beat the Bucks and the Rams. But coulda, shoulda, woulda. Damn. Heartthrob says 17-point lead at Carolina and evaporated like Mark Sanchez's broadcasting career. Oof. Yeah, you lost to the Panthers, bro. All right, let's talk tomorrow, shall we? Let's hang out. Let's do it again. We'll have good times. We had some fun today. We did a lot of sportsy stuff. Went over the Astros' future roster, in my opinion. Got into some top 25 college football stuff, NFL, little baseball. So we'll do some more baseball tomorrow. We'll get into some NFL stuff. We'll go through all the scores, and we'll do fantasy. Yeah? All right. Eagles are in a few plays from 1-4. Ain't that the truth? Pretty crazy. But if I believe in anybody turning around, it's definitely the Eagles. They have what it takes. Hey, much love, B. Hannon. Much love, John Dorier. Fantasy tomorrow. Heartthrob said, see y'all Thursday. Work with Aaron Glenn's nephew, and I'm a Jets fan, so I'll talk shit tomorrow. There you go. Poor Aaron Glenn. Woo. Not good. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, do me 3 favors, everybody. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. I'll see y'all then.
And he's making a YouTube video.